your opportunity to get back where we've been for the last couple of years is today. Again, you've earned this home game, okay? You've earned to play on your own field, right? That isn't by chance, right? You've battled all year long. We've yelled, we've screamed, we've argued, we've had fun, all for the opportunity, this right here, okay? This is the time, and I asked you seniors, you 3 seniors, what's your legacy gonna be, right? This is when you step into that conversation, right? 10, 15, 20, 50 years from now, you can come back here and your legacy will still be here.
Staff is unbelievable. Got some brilliant players coming through, even in the middle school program, and it's a dream come true. I mean, look at all this. Look at what we've done.
Cherry on top at the end. That's all you can hope, and we've hoped, and we've got it now. So 2 in a row, amazing feeling.
In the end, it is the Tigers that win the state championship, and the Tigers are state champions once again.
It was a hard-fought season, it was a tough season.
The expectation was definitely not there.
Just getting started, baby, just getting started.
Look me in my eye and tell me I'm wrong. I dare one of you.
It's embarrassing.
It's the start of something special, boys. Come on. So many people want to beat us this year. It's time to prove everybody wrong. Everybody's doubted us the whole season. Everybody's doubted us the whole season. The whole season. It's time to prove everybody wrong. It's time to prove everybody wrong. Everybody wrong.
So at the end of season 2, going into this 3rd season, for me it was more about can we get through it without ruining some of our hard work and some of the things that had been done prior, based purely on number of seniors we had returning, number of young kids we knew we'd have to throw on the field, which is something that we have done before, but very rarely in sports does that give you the results that you're looking for.
Going into playoffs, it looked like a promising playoff run if we could get everything lined up. It's expected almost now that we're in this position, and I think that played a lot into the guys and the boys on how they're feeling going into the playoffs. Before that first playoff game, I was a little nervous. We hadn't had the best week at training, especially the day before. It was very sloppy, going through the paces. The boys kind of weren't switched on.
So right from the warm-up of that first game, you could tell the boys were flat and overly confident.
The boys kind of weren't switched on. Would we perform? Would we come out? Would we come out and do what we needed to do? I was a little nervous before that game, for sure. And this is the start of our journey, right? We talk about having 4 games, right? But we don't get to the 4th game without the first game, okay? I don't know what I'm gonna ask you to do for this team tonight, okay? But when I ask you to do it, you come out and do the job, all right? I don't know what it's gonna be. But when your number is called, please answer the damn bell, okay? We take care of tonight and we move on to the next round, okay? I'm damn near furious that we've had to have our warm up and I look across and they're just standing around, kicking the ball around, right? don't start this game where this team dictates what happens on the field, because they absolutely does not deserve to be on this field with you guys. But it's up to you to show that. Got it?
Sure. Sure.
All right. You two, there you go. Captains for the evening and the season. Well done.
Hey, come on. Hey, this is the start of something special, boys. Come on. So many people want to beat us this year. It's time to prove everybody wrong. Everybody's doubted us the whole season. You already know like the history behind that. But we can do this, all right? We just got to stay grounded and do everything we've been asked to go. Come on. Come on. Tigers on 3! 1, 2, 3, Tigers!
The way we started the game, I thought it was pretty positive. Moved the ball around the field, doing the things that we normally, in that type of game, do very well.
We had the majority of the ball, most of the game was played in their half of the field. We created a few decent chances, their keepers made a few decent saves, but it just seemed to be very, very flat. I don't know if we didn't have a big enough crowd there or if the boys were waiting for someone else to do it rather than taking it upon themselves, but it was a very flat atmosphere.
True hippie.
Just like we spoke about yesterday, right? We're frickin' rolled up, tied it in a butthole. Hey, calm down. Some of you get bullied around out there. Namely, Rafa and Lucho in the center of the park. The whole game was on the left side. Why are we not moving it to the other side? Like we talk about. Switch the point of attack. They got one karate kid in the back. We keep feeding him the damn ball. When you was up top, you didn't want to do anything. If you're playing the high roll, you gotta work, you gotta battle with him. Very frustrating, but I saw it coming from yesterday. Touch goes out to you one time, you take your touch forward, goes out of bounds. First 10 minutes of the game. Those sorts of things set tone. How many times Chester been in and served the ball? One time in 40 minutes. Now, Dog's been getting there, but Dog gets the ball, look in the middle, it's Rafa running. No one's getting to the box. Right? They're playing arguably 5 in the back. It comes down to will. They're happy to be here. And I told y'all, this is how we're going to lose the game, leaving this kind of team in the game, and we have a mistake, and now it's 1-0. The ball is on the left side of the field majority of the time. Carney gets it, he dribbles 15 people, loses the ball. Cross, similarly. Lucho gets the ball. Nobody's opening the damn play up. The only times when we finally do, Dog is open down on the side. And that's it.
Boys, I'm telling you, if this goes to overtime and pens, you will lose this game. All right? This will be the shortest video in the history of Holy Cross. You need to win this game in regulation. If it goes to overtime and pens, they're winning this game. You will be embarrassed. That's right? So Ben, Sebastian, those kids that have had chances, let's step up, okay? But you still got 40 minutes. It's a lot of time. But you've got to change the point, right? Right? I didn't really have too much to say positively because we should have been 3 or 4-0 up. But I think Matt really drove home some very good points, and then as a coaching staff we made a couple of adjustments that we really thought were going to give us the edge.
Starting the second half, I thought the boys took the information at halftime well. I think we created a couple early chances. We put them on their back foot. I think that they moved even further back towards their goal. In these types of games, that tactic of kind of packing it in and hoping for a mistake from us is a way to play. And up to that point, they did it really well. I thought the second half, we were putting the balls in the box, couple early chances, glaring misses again. Kept it at 0-0, and the frustration, you can kind of feel that tightness building as those chances passed from myself, Stu, the boys. You kind of feel it on the bench, that kind of tightness.
Damn, I don't care. In his name. Like, embarrassing.
When the final whistle went off, my initial thought was like, is it going to be one of those nights where we do enough, create enough, but the ball doesn't bounce in the back of the net? All right. Well, you made your bed. So you either get through it or just imagine the feeling when you go to school in the morning. All right? Just letting y'all know how that's going to be. Some people are still bees tripping out of bounds. You keep giving the ball to the other team. I mean, what do we want to talk about? More goals missed. What are you doing? Putting the side of the net? Go deal with it now. I really didn't have much to say. I was just kind of a little frustrated at how it was. And, I think I ended up telling him, just look, you got us to this point. Here we are, 0-0. You need to go take care of the business or, we won't be here tomorrow.
started, baby. Just get it started.
When the referee finally blew the whistle to end the game, it was a bit of relief, to be honest with you. I could understand a little bit the excitement of the boys just because they were so tight and wound up on how the game went.
I would have to say I was still pretty frustrated when you know you should be beating a team and you scrape by. That fills you with some frustration as a coach. You feel like maybe you didn't do enough in training, you didn't prep the boys properly. But just to preface, I don't think our boys didn't work hard. I thought their work rate was outstanding, especially Tyler Robichaud. As a freshman, I thought he had an outstanding game. I don't think it was lack of effort that led to a poor performance, but that we were just missing an X factor. And that really played into my emotions at the end of the game. I was pretty frustrated.
I don't know why the fuck y'all are running over there to celebrate. It's an embarrassment. Go shake their hand. They deserve the cheering. Unbelievable.
Dare you lot.
Disgraceful. I was a little disappointed on how it ended up. I feel that we are to a place where we kind of need to act like we've been there before a little bit, and I think that they kind of lost that in that moment.
Do you not understand what it means to play sport? Yeah, I'm asking you. Have you not been on the receiving end of that at some point in your career and watched the team run off and been embarrassed? Don't ever do that again. Ever. Number one, the game should have been done. You've acted nothing like the 1 seed tonight. Nothing. Don't you ever do that again. Ever. You've made us look like a dog and duck program. Buzzing off beating that lot in overtime and then to run over there like that. Me, I literally would have walked over to every single one of them after the game and give them a hug and said that was an unbelievable show. How many of you can hug your teammates and say the same thing? Tyler Robichaud was probably class tonight. Worked his socks off. The only one who would get into their team on tonight's performance, by the way, after what I just watched them do, which is make you lot look like a bunch of chumps. I don't know what his plan is for you, but something needs to change. In front of goal, embarrassing. But that at the end there, my blood is boiling that you've just done that. You've embarrassed the shirt, you've embarrassed your school. I cannot believe you've just done that. Honestly, I'm shaking with rage. Have some class, show a bit of class. Not one of you should be buzzing off that, not one of you. Even after you scored a goal, I'd have run back and apologised. Look me in my eye and tell me I'm wrong, I dare one of you. Not good enough. I cannot believe you've done that.
I'm not going to be as nice as that. Unbelievable. Let me ask you a question. You think St. Paul's, Jesuit, the big time programs are doing that? Act like you've been there before, especially when you didn't deserve to win the game. That's all I got. Because we just didn't show up.
Yeah.
And credit to them.
Yeah.
They played really well and ran us all over, and that's just how it goes sometimes.
So the advantage of not being able to get a good scout report on McKinley is we really got to focus on our own players, and we had a lot to fix after that first game. So we spent that 5 or 6 days in training, making sure that we took our chances. We missed way too many chances against Belchase, left so many goals out on the field. We wanted them to be feeling confident, knowing that if they created chances the correct way, that they would understand how to finish. So we really focused on finishing.
Captains first.
The old prayer.
Yeah. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Pray for us. Pray for us.
Captains, anything to say?
Hey, let's get the business done today, boys. It could be our last game, so let's fight for that not to happen. Just keep our heads straight, get everything done, do your job, and we'll be fine. Let's get back here and ring that bell, boys. Come on.
Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Let's get the job done today. Don't want to be oh my God.
Camera.
Get the dub today. It's not a last game. I want to get a three-peat. Simple as that.
Good, boys. Come on, bring it in.
All right, hey, so look, as we sit here, one of the things that I like having a few of you have been around for a couple of years is we are standing here and we actually know what this trip is about, right? We know the expectation, what we're walking into, right? We had a 5-6 hour bus ride last year. We understood what that meant. And so as we stand right here, he doesn't need to tell you what is about to happen. We all understand and know what's about to happen. Okay? Even you freshmen, you were hanging around last year too. Okay? We know what today takes. And be ready to bring that. Okay? So we can be right over there at 9 o'clock tonight ringing the bell. All right? Good? All right, think about it on the way. Have a little nice relaxed bus ride. We get off that bus ride, it's go time. Okay? Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys.
All right, we're good. Hey boys, I don't know about you, I've literally been buzzing for this all day. I've been in my classroom watching film. I've been going over how well you played yesterday in training. I cannot be more up for a game, but the problem is that nothing that me, Matty, Righty and Nestor can do now, right? So if I had this chance that you boys have, going into a hostile environment to play as the 1 seed against the 24, I would be chomping at the bit to play, okay? So I'm buzzing just to sit there and watch you. If you put on a show like you did yesterday in training, I think we're gonna be in really good position come 9 o'clock, all right? So make sure you boys do everything that you can, all right? And start thinking about it now before you get on the bus, on the way up there, whatever you need to do to prepare yourself, because these are the types of games that you're gonna remember for a long time, all right? So come on then, let's go, huh?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, boys. Again, it's all in your hands. All I can really say is just enjoy every moment of this, especially the seniors. And as far as the rest of you guys, you know, this is a big program, and I hope you guys take pride in that and make sure that you guys still you know, compete to this level, fighting championships. And again, boys, just just go out there and give it all you got. All right, boys, and enjoy every moment on the field. All right.
Let's go. No regrets today.
Tigers on 3!
1, 2, 3, Tigers!
Swear that's blue top still.
It's just going to be a case of you boys getting the job done. All right? So this is obviously where you're playing. Just take it all in when you get out there. Make sure you go through your routines mentally, physically go through your routines in your warm-up. All right, I'm telling you, there's nothing worse than driving home on a bus after losing a game, especially a game that you should win. So 3 teams have come up from New Orleans to Baton Rouge, us, Jesuit and Brother Martin.
make sure we aren't the ones on the bus on the way home texting with all your buddies saying, nah, we didn't get the job done. Make sure we're going back victorious, all right? But don't let any of this, any of that be a worry or an intimidation. This is a much nicer facility than I thought it was going to be, all right? And then we get back on the bus with Mr. Timmy, we're all good to go. Yeah? And we've got Chester.
We always have the boys prepared going into matches. Starting the match, the atmosphere, that we had a band, cheerleaders, there was a decent crowd, it was loud.
So the drive up to McKinley, there was a lot of chatter about where the school was located, what type of a fan base they would be bringing. We're used to being the intimidating school to come to, knowing we had to go to a school that were going to give us a taste of our own medicine. I think it was a bit daunting for some of the boys, but there were some nerves, but more so to do with could we right the wrong of that first playoff game where we didn't quite perform.
So boys, so here you are, quarterfinal. Do not let any of this get to you. You are the 1 seed. They were watching you warm up. They don't want to play you, I promise you. Anytime that you pit teams that have a couple of talented kids against a team that has got a great level from top to bottom and are well coached and organized, this team will always come out on top if one thing happens. You've got to work hard. They're at home, they're going to want to get their crowd into it. Go and crack someone in a tackle in the first couple of minutes. Go win a header. Let them see that they haven't seen anything like you yet, okay? Think about the things that we do in training. Tiny pitch, Chester, so width is important. The 2 up top, you're going to bust your balls until you physically feel sick and need to come out, and then we will change you. You are going to take your time on set pieces. You are going to be a leader today, Cam, in everything you do, all right? Because those might be the differences. Andrew, I think a clean sheet wins the game. I think there's plenty of goals out there. Stop the 11 playing, first and foremost. Wherever he goes, pass him on, make sure we all know where he's at. That is their key player, 100%. They've got 3 or 4 decent players, 2 studs, and the rest of them wouldn't be able to clean your boots, right? So there's no time now for poor performances or lack of work ethic. Look around you, see what you've got here. No one's living with you, I promise you. All right, let's get back on the bus in an hour and a half and let's go home. All right?
Hey, the opportunity is now for you to create something for this group here, right? This is always when the good games start, right? Quarterfinals. And so I expect us to have a good game tonight. I expect us to fire on all cylinders tonight, okay? Do your jobs, please, all right? Do your jobs. I don't need you to do everything. I need you to do what you are asked to do. I want you to be great at that tonight, okay? There's no tomorrow. It's today, okay? It's not gonna be an enjoyable ride home if it goes that way. And I'm not even allowing myself to say that. It's not gonna happen, right? Make sure it doesn't happen. You older players, yes, it's on your shoulders, okay? You 3 seniors and you slew of juniors, it's on your shoulders tonight.
Boys, like Matt said, there's no tomorrow, so this is it for you guys. Boys, for me, the most important thing is your person right next to you. Look at the person right next to you. That's who you have to defend in this field. And go out there and give it all you got, all right, boys? Because we didn't come all over here, drove all over here just to lose. We gotta win, boys. Have that mentality, all right, boys? All right, let's do this. Y'all can do this. I believe in each one of you guys. Let's go. All right.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Tigers on 3! 1, 2, 3, Tigers! It was a little hectic that first 5-10 minutes. They probably hadn't been in a game like that all season.
So the first half of that McKinley game, you knew straight away how good they were. They had 3 or 4 kids that would walk into any high school soccer team in the state, I would say. They were strong, they were mature, they were very technical, and it was a game that should have probably been closer to a final.
They were eager to start the game on the front foot, put us under a little bit, but I thought we weathered the storm. I mean, we were in an away match, a playoff game. That's how it's supposed to be. So I thought we did well, all things considered, us being up there on an away match.
So with the first goal, a lovely little ball was played from Rafa up the line to Chester, who, as he does, was able to turn the corner on the left back. He got him behind, and once again, his consistency this season has been outstanding. He put a great ball across the 6-yard box, and Ethan Carney made the correct run. The ball drifted just past the back post to make it a tough finish, and he calmly slotted it away with his left foot. It was a great finish, something that we do a lot of in training.
Hey, touch it by Carney!
Same thing. Both Carney. Follow down on the ball.
All right, can you come a bit closer because the music's loud? All right, so here are the positives. 2 really good finishes from 2 really good balls. That's a really hard finish for both of you. Fantastic, keeping your head over the ball, great technique. That's brilliant, that has calmed everyone's nerve. This is probably the best team I've seen, I would say, in quite some time. They've got a good mix of work ethic. They're relatively well structured compared to other games that we've watched them play in. And they've got some good players. You've matched them everywhere. The issue for me and for Matty and the coaching staff is that attacking midfielder isn't doing a good enough job off the ball and on the ball. Work a bit harder to get their head down, and then make sure we're picking up the second ball and then playing out with quality. Okay, our holding midfielders, you've done relatively well, but there will be tackles that need to be won in this game. They will look to play through you. You've got to sit in there and be strong. Carlos goes, you slide over. Every time they're on the dribble, they should be taking on 2, 3, 4 of you, not 1 of you, okay? But it comes from that attacking midfielder. The press has got to come from there. We can't ask our striker to do it. It's too much work for them. The attacking midfielder, off the ball, work a little bit harder when they've got it, on the ball, touch and then look to play. You play forward quickly twice. Chester's ruined the kid. Akani's had 4 opportunities. Twice the kid's come steaming in and has got really lucky on the tackle. For me, that's a very lucky tackle. He's done you twice. I don't think it's a good tackle. He's just come steaming in. If you nick it round him, you're in. So just look to play into those areas. You won't lose this game if you turn them round and you go play on seconds. They panic, it goes out for throw-ins. The set pieces have been decent, right? As in the service has been good. Play forward. Literally, it's a simple game. Keep the ball as far away from our goal as we can in the second half. We've got a 2-0 cushion, one more goal. They're already bitching at each other. I think it kills the game. But make sure that we do the right things, right? Sit, be hard-nosed and tough to beat, all right? But you're doing okay, boys. It's a good team and it's a hard game. It's a good game to watch.
All right, hey. You and you pressing the ball isn't running in and they're gonna go around you. And instead of doing that, we're sitting off and letting them do whatever the hell they want. Go in, break down and defend. That position is almost more important than what you do with the ball. What you do defensively for us. And I'm talking to you two because you two played that role. You understand? All you gotta do is stop their That's it. We made a change. We put him up top. Just turn him around, Carney, a second ago. You're running and then you start dancing again. Just touch, look up, and put St. John in. Right? We put him up top, we scored 2 goals. Like, let's do it. Don't be embarrassed. Just play it over the top. It's okay. Right? Especially we have a massive advantage. We have boys who can do it. Rafa, touch and put him in. Lucho, touch and put him in. Okay? We're playing very well. I'm very, very happy. That one little issue on the field is a problem. Because if you give players like that time, right? And then Lucho, one time you went and pressed and they passed here and you just kind of walk back across. I want you running until you fall down and I'll put someone else in. That's what I want. I want that dude. I have put you on because I think you give us a little bit with your feet. Extra. Same with you. All right? Please, you two especially, mind the ship. Like he said, turn him around. Turn him around. Garvey's gonna waste as much time every time as possible. Let him punt half field. But then that comes to you and you battling for the ball. One time I yell Lucho, and Lucho just watch it like Coach Matt, and the guy heads it 20 yards back. Battle! It's not easy. Come on. We have an advantage right now, but guess what? You give them a sniff of hope. He said the next goal, the game's over, they're gonna bitch, but if the next goal isn't our goal, I'm telling you it's gonna be an absolute game. So do not let that happen. Okay? Come on. Come on. Yes.
Going into halftime at 2-0, I was confident that with our defensive stature and our structure and our ability to understand tactics, we would be able to see the game out. But as every coach knows, 2-0 is probably the toughest position to hold on to, especially when you've got 40 minutes away from home in a playoff environment. So the game was certainly far from done, but I was very positive with the boys because I thought they deserved some praise.
Going in that match up 2-0 at halftime, I was pretty comfortable and confident. We had been very, very good all year defensively, very stingy, don't give up goals easily. So I was pretty comfortable with us in that situation for sure.
Hey, well done. Go! Captain! Hold on! Hey, manage the game! Hey. He should have had he should have had a hat trick. Because that last one, he takes it. What's he doing? Come on, Woody! When they scored those
first, and then the second goal to bring it back 3-2. It was my first thought was, okay, well, we're in a game now, and your mindset has to switch a little bit to where, hey guys, now we really have to mind the ship. We're still up, but in the back of my head, knowing the more that they continue to push forward with our couple players that can really affect the game, are going to find a couple more chances. I thought we had a couple more chances in us, and it turned out to be that way.
That was a phenomenal finish, something that maybe in the previous game we wouldn't have taken, but he was very clinical, and at that point I felt a huge sigh of relief. I knew that knocked the wind out of their sails and we were going to see it through.
Be far back there. Let's go. Stop. Dude, put it on the street. Sorry. What a finish, huh? Get in! Yes, sir! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So after the game, I was extremely proud of how the boys played in tough conditions. They took their chances well. They battled extremely hard. They listened to all the coaching points, took it all on board. So I was really over the moon for them, because that first playoff game, the second round game, they didn't really get to enjoy it because the performance wasn't there.
I don't want to take anything away from what you've just done in a really hostile environment. Come in, they're a very good team. In fact, I'd say they're one of the best teams we've seen.
I agree.
And I think you hung with them. 2 mistakes though, all right? Thank God that both Carney and Chester were on today. We spoke about that in the week.
First time all season, by the way.
Yeah.
Both of them.
And
getting
you
on
were.
the score sheet.
Great finishing, phenomenal finishing. I don't think you played poor defensively. They're a very good team. I'm just letting you know that when it comes to playoffs, you've all got to be dialed in at all times, all right? We cannot joystick you through the whole game all the time, telling you where to go here and there. And then my last point, when what we do in training, it isn't just for fun. That last goal came because Rafa's took a touch and done what he was meant to do, and you've just slipped him in. Great first touch and a great finish across the keeper. That's why we train. 5 minutes earlier or 2 minutes after that, you've tried to take too many touches when it's the same ball was on. Let's try to do the things that we work on, because that's how we think we're going to help you boys win another state title. All right, but really proud of you. Well done. That's a phenomenal win in a very tough environment against a very good team.
So you go up 2-0 late in the first half.
Yes.
How big was that second goal?
The second goal was massive, because it was a great game up to then. We grab a goal, and then before halftime to get that little extra pop going into halftime. It's always important in these types of games to kind of give a little more of a distance from a good team.
And then after the third goal, it seemed like they just kind of were, I don't want to say they gave up, but were kind of shocked a little bit. And then they get that quick goal, and then they get the second goal right away, and it gets them back in it.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind?
Well, I definitely agree that they haven't been in a game like this all year. You know, they played a limited schedule, and it was a great game. And I just being down 3-0, they haven't been that all year. And then the guy takes a good shot, my keeper spills it, and they score. The fans get back in the game and stuff, so they got a bit of momentum there. I was just luckily 3-4 minutes later we put another one in the other end, so to get back up to 4. So all right, here we are, McKinley High School, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. The Tigers taking on the Panthers. Quarterfinal matchup, the #1 seed traveling to the 24 seed. And we go see how we did. We're gonna take it to the bus. Nice and quiet on the bus. It's unlucky, boys. Hey, boys. How do we do? How do we do? We won this mother.
Try to weigh yourself in, okay? Thank you very much. Get the boys going. I gotta be here and then. Get the boys going, bro. Come on, man. Yeah!
Saturday, we were waiting for this day for a while now, okay? This is your opportunity to get back where we've been for the last couple years. It's today. Again, you've earned this home game, okay? You've earned to play on your own field, right? That isn't by chance, right? You've battled all year long. We've yelled, we've screamed, we've argued, we've had fun, all for the opportunity, this right here, okay? This is the time. You know, and I asked you seniors, you 3 seniors, what's your legacy gonna be, right? This is when you step into that conversation, right? 10, 15, 20, 50 years from now, you can come back here and your legacy will still be here. That's what this day is about.
So I don't think anyone ever wants to draw a district opponent, someone you've already played in playoffs.
Playing against Ben Franklin, I think it's a double-edged sword. You know, them being familiar with them can also create a little complacency that, you know, it's hard for a coach to knock out.
All right, boys, here we are, semifinals. We're right where we want to be, at home with the crowd. Come on. Hey, everybody do their job. Everybody's accountable. Take responsibility of the ball, and we'll be fine at the end. All right, boys? Come on. Let's go.
Tigers on 3! 1, 2, 3, Tigers!
So that first half kind of proved to me that maybe it was on the coaches, our poor performance. I think we've overcoached them in the week. We've tried to do too much to prevent some of their better players playing.
Remember in the first half, it was extremely disappointing. I felt that we were very prepared going into the game. We worked on a lot of shape stuff to counter what they bring to a game, and we just kind of fell flat on our face. We really didn't do what we talked about. The boys it didn't seem like they were up for the event. It was almost a little too big for us at some moments. I thought Franklin did very well what they do well, kept the ball, looked for that guy up front and played off him. They created a bunch of chances. They hit a post. We had a last-ditch effort on a tackle to save a chance that the kid was 7 yards from goal. So the first half was one to forget for sure as we were on our journey. And I was just happy to really get to halftime, to be honest with you, 0-0.
Not a great time to play the worst you played all year, really. Hey, look at me. It is a semi-final. Just roll your sleeves up and let's get going. Okay? It's tactics, technique, it all comes down to how much you want it. It is 11 players versus 11. It looks like they've got an extra 3 or 4 players out there. Very sloppy, little things like taking one touch too many. That number 2 is pressing his arse off. I would kill for that kid on this team. He's working his absolute arse off. Our midfielders have no time on the ball. Our centre backs have no time on the ball. That means you've got to be really quick. How many times have we misjudged a bounce or a header or taken a poor touch? That's not a coaching thing. That's on you lot. All right, you're nervous. It's a semi-final. You're at home. Blah blah blah. Boys, I'm going to say that's the worst you played, and thank God we made it to half-time. You should be 3-0 down. If it wasn't for Stephen's tackle, that kid's missed an open goal and they've hit the bar. You should be 3-0 down.
From the kick, ball goes in the air, Cross just runs through somebody, the ball gets played out, Rafa's here, it goes right here, and he just watches it go to the back. That's the shit we're talking about. The extra bits! Steven, corner after corner, you can't kick a ball? All year you're pinging the ball in. Now we can't kick a ball. Why is that? Everything goes back out to the left side of the field. Into Dante, no man on. All right, here you go, back into that side of the field. Evan, I don't know what you did out there. Starstruck. What is the problem? Come on! It's gonna be done in 40 minutes. You're gonna be embarrassed at the parade tonight. How'd y'all do? That's how it's gonna be. Cause all 90% of you shit in bed for 40 minutes. Let's go. It's embarrassing. The last time we played them was bad. I can't believe we've played worse than that. I don't know. Come on. Come on. It's now or never. On your home field. You know how cool it was to win 2 years ago on your home field? Guess how cool it's going to feel when we lose on our home field. It's going to be that cool. Let's go. I just wanted to get some emotion in the room. A lot of times he and I are on the same page on what we need to look at and what we need to tell them, but sometimes you just need to kind of fire in and let them know, look guys, this is an important match. It's a top 4 match to go to the final. Who's gonna step up? Who's gonna put their heart on their shoulder and play for the cause? And I just felt like at that moment, no one was doing that. And that was disappointing.
The second half was an improvement. I think we limited some of their chances, but we never really looked like winning the game. Again, just maybe a little bit underwhelming for that size of the game.
I thought Franklin was continuing to do things that they had success with in the first half. I just thought we had a bit more bite, which at times, if anything, that's what you want to see from your team. I thought the game was played between the two boxes. A couple chances here and there. I don't know if there was any clear-cut chance to really finish the game on either side. I thought both teams were in a space that if it does bounce, you know, somebody has a little special moment, they could take the match. And I genuinely felt that one goal was going to win the game.
Press Reggie! Take the cross!
Oh, hello.
Wait!
Hey, Rafa!
Go! Wait!
You need to help challenge, man. The kid is a free header.
Turn! Go foul!
Gotta go this way.
Ball's over there! No turn!
Smash it!
Good! One, Rafa!
Too far! Step! Run, boy, run. Run, boy, run. Play.
So when we went into extra time, for someone that's usually quite negative and glass half empty, I did feel like our experience in those situations, even the game in the first round of playoffs, I think that would have really helped us. And I think you saw from that extra time, we definitely kicked on and looked the more threatening of the two teams. But I think that was really when our older players, the ones that had been there, been in the state finals, been in penalty shootouts, were able to kind of calm themselves down a little bit and put a few bits and pieces together.
What I remember at the extra time period was, it was almost like a stalemate. There wasn't really, it was one of those atmospheres where, I mean, we just counted the seconds to get to penalties. It had that feeling. It wasn't where we were creating much. They were in and around our half, and we were kind of minding the ship. I was comfortable that we weren't going to have an instance where we mess up and give them that chance. I thought they were going to have to work for it, but that was kind of where my mind was thinking, well, man, I just truly don't know if we're going to have something special enough to create that chance and get a goal.
Attention! Come on,
The finish was really fitting for someone like Chester, who had really had an outstanding season in front of goal and had been our talisman and the guy that we called on several times throughout the season to make sure we had that one seed. We called on him during playoffs and he answered the call again. It was a fantastic finish. I was just really pleased for Chester. I think after the game I gave him a little bit too much praise probably, but I was hugely impressed with the finish. I was just very happy for him individually.
After the full-time whistle, man, I was pleasantly surprised. Looking at the game we had just played, a hard-fought battle the week before, it was very similar. We were put in a situation, and my immediate thought was, man, I think we have a chance here. We are put ourselves into a chance where we thought we wouldn't be. And wow, let's have a go, man. It could be something where it could be, I mean, this could be a situation of a three-peat.
All right, so wasn't the best second half, right? Wasn't the best that we've played together, right? But guess what? We're into the final, right? Sebastian, what a game from you and you've gone on. Absolutely gave the business to the back two. Has had the assist, he's nicked the ball. St. John takes 2 touches and absolutely buries it. That's a class finish from St. John. But that little play right there, that's the difference, boys. We were arguably horrific today. And we've had one moment of brilliance that has put us to where we want to be, okay? 3rd year in a row, by the way, in the final. That is very, very impressive, right? This season was not easy, but guess what? We're into the final, right? We have another week, right? And how sweet is Amelia Street going to feel tonight? Yeah! Hey, nobody shut up! Jonesy, give it to me. Where is he? Ask Chester the question. No, don't ask me that.
Don't do that.
Hey.
Not here, man.
Chester.
Chester.
Come on, bro. Keep it PG, all right?
PG. Wait, you freaking on.
All right. Hey, Chester. How do we do?
We won this mother flipper!
Hey, Chester, I just want all the boys to hear this.
Hey.
I cannot tell you the difference you've been after the Christmas break. It's been absolutely different level, decision making and finishing. Every one of your teammates owes you, dude. Once again, you've pulled us out of it. Absolutely class from you. Hey, but listen, one more to go and then you'll be 3 for 3. All right? So boys, make sure that you all match his quality and you match his work rate. All right? And that will be enough to get you through. Hey, it's okay. I know, it's okay. All right. What do we say to Ben Franklin? Say, see you later. Chester, class, dude.
All right, let's go, boys. Hands in.
Hey, go to the finals, baby.
Tigers on 3. 1, 2, 3, Tigers!
All right, so 3 years in a row, you get to do this right before you leave for a state final. It's pretty impressive. Don't think we have to talk too much now. Hope you've enjoyed the last couple of days, all the things the Holy Cross families and stuff have done for you. It's pretty special. I feel like the team's in a real good place. I feel like the banter's flying, everyone seems real loose, to the point where me and Matty was texting last night, and it really feels like you boys there doesn't seem to be any fear, which I think is exceptional. It's a final. You may not get to do this again. You may have better teams in years to come, you young boys, and you still may not make a final. So it's pretty special, but at the same time, it is just another game. I don't think that they're anything special. I think they'll be decent, but I'll take our boys all day. So I'm really looking forward to it. I felt really good all week. Slept like a baby last night, which is very unusual for me. I'm usually up panicking. So I just want you to enjoy it. All right? Seniors, make sure you go out on a high. All right?
I always enjoy coming here. It's very peaceful, this spot on campus. Usually this campus is bustling, loud, kids running around, yelling, screaming, right? I enjoy how we always come together, and this is where we start as a family. Months ago, it was this circle of players, right? With goals in mind, not knowing if we would reach those goals, okay? But here we are, we put ourselves in that position to reach one of our goals that we set for this year, okay? And no one else is here with us. It's just us, right? When we're on that field tonight, it's just us. It's one of your brothers right and left of you, one of the Holy Cross men standing right and left of you are going to help us get across that finish line, okay? And just like Stu said, we've been here 2 years now in this same circle, right? We know what it takes to finish over first. So let's make sure that we're making that happen tonight, because I have yet to come back to school and not ring the bell. Let's ring the damn bell tonight, yeah? Let's go, boys.
So I took it to heart whenever the coaches told us what they were saying about us. They're underestimating us a lot. And you know, we're the #1 seed, you know? We deserve a little more respect. And I hope when we go out there, we go and let them know that we're the #1 seed for a reason. And that Holy Cross rocks, that this is their first time coming to a final. We've been here 3 years in a row, you feel me? Like, you need to put some respect on my name, dude. Respect my purpose, dude. Yeah. So let's go out there tonight and battle. Let's do this.
So we're back in the final. Just gotta. It's fun playing with all you. Like, Jesus.
Come on, Sam.
Had a blast playing with you all this season. It's fun. Just get the street beat. So
Yep.
we're done.
Hey, remember that they're 100% beating us, right?
Tigers on 3! 1, 2, 3, Tigers!
So the first half of that game was really even. It was exactly how a final should be. St. Thomas More were very talented. They were well coached. We know their coach from club. We know a few of their players from club. They're tactically sound. We made it very hard for them. Neither team had any chances to speak of in the first half. It was just a really good battle that could have gone either way.
Remembering the first half of the final, I thought that we were, we came out ready to play, but I thought that they were the better team in the first half. I thought our shape didn't match up well with what they were doing. I was surprised on how they came out to play. I was expecting a little more direct play, but they came out trying to knock the ball around. I thought our shape was good. They didn't ever create a chance that made me nervous at us conceding, but between the boxes, I thought they did really well moving the ball around the field and making us defend.
So at half time, I decided to have a real change of pace with my team talk, and I was hugely positive with them. Told them how proud I was, not just of their season, but how they were playing in that game. Let them know that they were fully in this game. By no means were we second best.
Going into the halftime, I thought we were going to be positive with them. I know Stu was going to be super positive. Again, I just wanted to make sure we had a couple coaching points. We switched our shape a little bit to be in a better position to defend what they were doing well. And I thought that was a game changer. Once we all got on board with what we were trying to do, I think that they responded. Not too much information at halftime. Again, it's a final. It's supposed to be hard.
So the second half begins, and you can tell straight away that the change we made a huge difference to St. Thomas More. They were unable to play through the lines, and all of a sudden we were on the ascendancy. Not really from anything that we did particularly well. We just all of a sudden seemed to be the better team, and Ethan Carney and Chester Mills were just terrorizing the fullbacks. For about 10 or 15 minutes, we were pushing so much that you just had that feeling of it's going to come. It was inevitable that we were going to score. Ethan Carney picked the ball up wide on the left, drove inside, has took a decent shot, but the kid has slid in and it's deflected up and over the keeper. So lucky goal, yes, but fully deserved. I mean, we were by far the better team. So that goal had been coming.
I exploded on the sideline. It was one of those goals that, as a coach, you just know it's gonna be coming down the roads. At some point, we were battering them.
Castellanos. Another pretty move by Castellanos, but this ball flicked on, and now it's going to be a race. Can Talons Wallace get there? Now the Cougars, they probably should have settled that there, and that's going to be it. That's the final whistle. The Holy Cross Tigers have done it again, a three-peat.
After that final whistle, it was unlike the other two. It was a sense of, I cannot believe what we've just put together and the run we've just gone on to win another one.
First thing I did, I think, was find Coach Matt and give him a hug. Usually he's off running across the field with the lads, so gave him a hug, just kind of couldn't believe what we had just done. We were both over the moon. And then I just went and enjoyed it with the boys. I went over to a really good-sized crowd that had travelled midweek to watch us play when they were out of school and stuff. It was just a wonderful feeling.
Now the championship trophy.
Mr. J. Romick of All-State Sugar Bowl, and it goes to Holy Cross School Tigers, head coach Stuart Hayers, Millett, and principal Eric Desereau.
Jeff Schneider, for my broadcast partner Sean Esker, Paul Boron saying so long from Hammond, where the Holy Cross Tigers are the Division II state champions.
Looking forward, I'm extremely comfortable and confident that we're going to be one of the first teams mentioned to win the championship next year. And I don't know if we've been in that position yet as a program, as being an out-and-out favorite.
So after you win that third one, you get to look back at all three of them and compare them, and you start thinking towards a fourth year, which as coaches we do straight away. You know, you wanna try to stay hungry. When I think back to that first year, it was we really deserved to win based on the team we had. We were brilliant in the final. The second year, we had the best team that we had thus far, played poorly in the final. And then that third year was just a season that was capped off by a hard-fought game. It was a hard-fought season. It was a tough season. So looking at that 4th year, I think with what we've got coming through, we probably started 4 freshmen at times during the season. We only lose 3 seniors. We have about 15 juniors, all of whom are very talented. Coach Matt will have his work cut out for him trying to find spots for all the talent that we have. Next year, I would say we should be favourites to win the whole thing based on who we have coming back.